Rescuers are on the scene of that building collapse near Miami.
We know at least one person is dead, and it is feared the death toll will dramatically increase as dozens of people remain unaccounted for. Just into our newsroom, this security camera video. Now, remember, this is from an adjacent condominium. Stunning. It captured the moment of the collapse, a 12-story complex simply turning to rubble. It almost looks as if it was an intended implosion.
What's up, YouTube? This Lil Earl. Y'all know me about Messi. We at Replicon looking at these animals, lizards, and hermit crabs, and rats and stuff. Mr. Williams around somewhere around here, and we still gonna bring y'all Breaking Bad. And y'all see when we get out of here.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. I think I seen Gail's face on one of those zombies. You see right there, I told you I seen Gail's face. I told you. This shit has got Jesse so fucked up. So fucked up. I know I seen his face in one of those zombies. You know what I'm saying? I knew it. I mean, he's fucked up over this shit, man. You see? That's what's the cause of all this stuff. That's what caused all this stuff. These video games. They putting this shooting and all this violence in video games, and that's why so much violence, because they got all this shooting and all this violence in video games. That's what the problem is. It's the problem. It's the video games. First, it was the rap music. It was that rap music. It's that beepity beepity bop, beepity boppity beepity bop. It's that rap music. That's what got all this violence. Everything causes violence. Everything. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Why stop there? Why stop there? Okay, what about these movies and shit Hollywood releasing? Huh? What about John Wick? Huh?
How's Junior?
Well, exactly what I expected. Hasn't said a word to me since we told him it was going back.
Oh, she got rid of it.
Spoke to the dealership. They didn't want to take it.
What? It's in perfect condition. It's got 17 miles on the odometer.
I know. Spent the better part of an hour sweet-talking the manager down to a restocking fee. $800.
$800 for 2 days.
Well, the law says they don't have to take it back at all.
Hey, that's how it is, man.
Right, here's the registration.
A car is nothing
list
like a
of
house. It
receipts.
loses value
Oh,
soon
and
you
make
drop it
sure
off
you
the
talk
fucking
to
lot.
The general manager, his name is Glenn.
Glenn.
Call me if there's a problem. And please
Invest your money in property.
don't tangle with anyone.
Like, where the fuck is he at to blow up a fucking car?
Yes. Hello. I need a cab. Yes, thank you. The name is White. I'm at the Pavilion parking lot on University. Oh, yes, that's right. Just south of the airport. Oh, that'd be great. Thank you. Oh, how long do you think that would take? No, I'm sure he'll see me. Thank you.
It's not going to be free. It's a $5,000 fine, $600 for towing and disposal, another $3,000 to steam clean the blacktop. So, bottom line, your little joyride's going to set you back about $52,000. So, was it worth it?
I don't need to hear the blow by blow. Just tell me it's done.
I'm sorry, did I wake you? I caught this thing before it got into the system. That means your record stays clean, the wife never finds out. I've been working magic here. I can at least get an attaboy. Fine, rebel without a cause. Give.
Everybody need a saw.
Unless you could help me find a third party.
What third party?
Someone who can ameliorate the situation.
Let's ditch the thesaurus, all right? You talking about a hitman?
Assuming that's still what they're called.
Wrong answer. That's what the kids call epic fail.
All I would need is a phone number. I'd do the rest. So it'd be a finder's fee. A big one.
Look, if you held my feet to the fire, I could come up with a couple names. One or two guys west of the Rockies who do this kind of work. But guess what? These guys, they know Mike, and Mike knows them.
What are you telling me? Mike knows everyone who does this?
Damn.
Who do you think gave me their names? Well, you gotta ask yourself, how good is good enough? Because whatever Goomba we buy at some point is gonna come head to head with our friend Mike. And Gus Fring, hey, just winging that guy is not gonna ameliorate your situation, not by a damn sight.
I tried to solve this myself, but I can't get anywhere near him.
You can't get near him? Why don't you ask your partner?
How close were you to him?
Close. And closer than you and me right now.
Did he speak to you?
It was over in 10 seconds.
Would you just answer?
He said he sees things in people.
What things? What people?
Me. He said he sees something in me.
A month ago, Gus was trying to kill both of us. And now he pulls you out of the lab and employs you as, what, an assistant gunman? A tough guy? Does that make any sense to you? He says he sees something in you. What kind of game is he playing? Does he think you're that naive? He can't truly think that you'd forget. Let alone Gale. Let alone Victor.
Walt playing those mind games.
And all the horror that goes along with all
Walt
that.
playing those mind
What
games.
about this girlfriend of yours? And her little brother? I mean, the man looked you straight in the eye and told
Walt
you
doing
no
fucking
more
mind
children.
games.
But that very night, that little boy, he winds up. And Gus can't possibly think that you'd forget that. I mean, all I'm saying is that is it possible that he would think that you're that weak-willed?
Drop the sales pitch. I'll do it.
I mean, does he really think that you're that naive? I mean, really? I mean, what is he thinking? He really believe that you forgot? I mean, does he really by any chance in the world think that you are that type of person to forget? Okay, Marie.
Can be colada more like stale bubble gum?
Oh, damn.
Does anyone actually want
She
to
at Scholar Shop.
of a sixth grader's desk?
She don't give a fuck. She'll still take that shit.
Yeah, I know, but you know what they say, the customer's always right.
Speaking of customer, it's not too late to have a grand opening. I was thinking huge party.
Marie gonna take that shit.
Bouncy house for the kids. You know, make a splash. Get on TV.
She gonna take that shit.
People know they're not
She gonna
have to
take
face
something
the
out that
eyebrows of
motherfucker.
doom when they come in.
If she don't take one of those
don't
purple
get me wrong,
air
he's the one to
fresheners,
go, but-
the purple ones, I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Hey. Hi, Walt. It's good to see you.
You too.
Hey, your cashier here is quite the salesperson. She just talked me into something called the orbital paste wax buff.
Oh, yeah, no, it's very important to maintain your clear coat, boy, once that goes. Hi.
Ah! Y'all fake motherfuckers!
Jesus. How much is that?
$274,000. Give or take.
Give or take?
Yeah. I haven't counted it.
Wait. 274, and this is how often?
Every 2 weeks. Thursday's good for a drop-off?
Wait, Walt. Are you telling me you make $7,125,000 a year?
7.5 even. Before expenses.
But I can't.
She about to have an orgasm.
This is too much.
She about to have an
It's more than
orgasm.
you thought. And this is somehow bad news.
No, that's not the point. I mean, there is no car wash in the world that could do this kind of business. I mean, this is 9 months' work here minimum. 7 million? That could take years.
So set some aside. Save it for a rainy day.
Save it. Where? Save it where? I can't go to the bank with it. I sure can't leave it here. Oy.
Stop being a damn Karen.
Is
She's
this
whining
all
about every
50s?
damn thing.
Who pays for a car wash with a 50?
Skylar, I didn't ask you to do this. I was under the impression that you had this under control.
I just didn't expect this amount of money. The 50s are going to be a problem.
Well, that's what this is, problem solving. Skylar, this is a simple division of labor. I bring in the money, you launder the money. This is what you wanted.
I never wanted any of this.
I've got to go.
You're telling me you made this in the lab?
Why not? Making it in his own lab seemed appropriate.
There's not much.
Wow.
We had more for Tuco.
It's enough. This is still the best way. You go after him with a gun, you'll never get out of it alive. But with this, you slip it into his food or drink. There shouldn't be any taste or smell. 36 hours later. A man his age, working as hard as he does, no one will be surprised.
What about Mike?
Mike can have his suspicions, but that's all they'll be. Please, one homicidal maniac at a time.
What if they search me?
Will they do that?
Wow.
V8, 470 horses, 20-inch rims, satellite radio, Bluetooth, 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean, on a lark? Spur of the moment, your dad just up and buys you a brand new Challenger?
Yeah. I barely got around the block, and Mom said we couldn't afford it, so they took it back. Do you know how long I had it? 15 hours.
Well, hey, buddy, let me tell you something. When I was your age, I'd give him my left nut to drive a car like that for 15 minutes. Seriously, how does that happen?
Well, we were looking at used cars, and I kind of...
You guilted him into it. Yeah, I know. I hear you. You pulled the old, poor little me and my little troubles. Am I right?
Maybe.
But you flew too close to the sun, my friend. You'd have let him buy you a clunker. You'd be driving now instead of borrowing Mom's hoopty.
Agent Schrader.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Well, thank you.
Good to see you. Walter Jr., do you remember Mr. Frank?
How are you?
Well, nice to see you again. It's a pleasure to see you here. Hey, you're looking very well.
Yeah, well, you know, chalk it up to clean living and vitamin pills.
I must apologize. If I had seen you come in, there would have been no question of accepting your money. In the future, please feel free to ask for me. A DEA hero should never have to pay for a meal at Pollos Hermanos.
No kidding? Well, I'll take you up on that for sure.
And how are your mother and father?
They're good. The chicken is great.
Thank you. If ever you're interested in rewarding part-time work, perhaps something after school, my door is always open.
Sounds good.
I don't know about this one. He might eat up all your profits.
Well, I'll let you finish your meal. Can I get you anything else? A refill, perhaps?
No, thank you. I'm good.
Sure. Take a Diet Coke. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Holy motherfucking shit. He's smart as a motherfucker. Holy motherfucking shit. Holy motherfucking shit. He gonna put it in the coffee? He can just put the shit in the fucking coffee. Just put it in the fucking coffee.
I don't have an extra holster. You stick this in your pocket, keep it out of sight. You're gonna be here today, you're gonna have a gun.
It's loaded.
I don't want to see that in your hand unless you see me with mine. Understood? Emergency only. First car is coming.
A lot of guns.
Well, nobody's asking you to give up yours.
You want to sweep the place before you bring in your guys?
I am the guy.
All right, then.
I guess he's the one that knocks. Also.
Bienvenido. No tienes respuesta.
I have no response.
Pues esa es mi respuesta.
This is my response.
Es que sí o que no.
Yes or no.
Ustedes ya saben lo que quiere el cartel y cualquier otra cosa sería un gastadero de tiempo.
Everything would be a waste of time.
Así es que sí. ¿O es que no?
Difícil modo de comenzar negociación.
Bullshit.
Aquí no hay nada que negociar.
It's not a negotiation. What the fuck happened? What they say? You gonna shoot him? Jesse, if you shoot him, your ass is dead like 10 fucking times.
He said he sees something in me. Like what?
If I had to put it in a word, I'd guess loyalty.
Loyalty.
Wow. Wow.
Only maybe you got it for the wrong guy.
Jesse, what's going on with you these days?
I went back to the crystal.
You sober now?
Yeah. 4 days. Big whoop, right?
Hey, 4 days is 4 days. You're here. You still working at the laundry? How are things there?
Sucks ass.
Anything you want to talk about?
No, Ned Flanders.
A couple weeks back, I killed a dog.
You hit it with your car?
Oh shit.
No,
He talking about Gail.
I put him down. I watched them go. I was looking them straight in the eye.
Oh, he talking about Gail.
You know, he didn't know what was happening. He didn't know why. He was just scared, and then he was gone.
He was suffering. It was a kindness.
He wasn't sick. It was just like I don't know, like a problem dog.
What'd he do? Bite someone?
No, this dog never bit anybody.
You pick up the rock, you go right to the dark side. Anything can happen.
Ain't no rock that made me do it.
Well, what was the problem? Why'd you have to kill him?
Watch the crosstalk, please. Maybe it's not the details that matter, right? How'd you feel about what you did, Jesse?
No.
Who cares how you feel? What kind of a person kills a dog for no reason?
Colleen.
You put an ad in the paper, you drop him off at a shelter, you don't
Colleen.
just sit there and talk about killing a helpless, innocent
Colleen.
animal.
I'm not here to sit in judgment.
Well,
Why
Colleen want the smoke, don't she?
Why not? Maybe she's right.
She want all the smoke.
You know, maybe I should have put it in the paper. Maybe I should have done something different. The thing is, if you just do stuff and nothing happens, what's it all mean? What's the point? Oh, right, this whole thing is about self-acceptance.
Kicking the hell out of yourself doesn't give meaning to anything.
So I should stop judging and accept.
To start.
So no matter what I do, hooray for me because I'm a great guy. It's all good. No matter how many dogs I kill, I just do an inventory and accept. I mean, you back your truck over your own kid and you accept? What a load of crap.
Hey, Jesse. I know you're in pain.
No, you know what? Why I'm here in the first place is to sell you meth. You're nothing to me but customers. I made you my bitch. You okay with that? You accept? About time.
That's the first time I seen Ned get a little shooken up. Fuck. The only reason why I'm here is to sell you meth. You're nothing but customers to me. I made you my bitch. Do you accept that? Do you accept that? You bet the truck on you over your own daughter, your own kid. You never know what a motherfucker's going through. Go me.
Hey, buddy, look at that. Graduated to doorman. Finally found your calling. Ooh, those whiskers, Marie. What'd you do? Show your barber a picture of a dog's ass and said, I'll take that?
Charming as usual. Welcome back. Looking good, Marie.
Oh, thanks, Steve. Good to see you. How you doing?
He's doing fine. We can take it from here. Right, Gomi?
If you want to hold his elbow.
Nah. You keep your mitts off me. I'm good.
Fucking alpha. Goddamn alpha.
Let's go. Running late. Come on.
You remember my pal, Tim Roberts, APD detective?
Hank's a fucking beast,
Well, he's
man.
working on a murder case. The victim's a 34-year-old male Caucasian by the name of Gail Bedecker. One night last month, Bedecker opens the door and bam, takes a bullet to the face from a persons unknown. Now, this Gail Bedecker is a bona fide chemistry genius. I mean, he's got degrees up the wazoo, right? And as you might expect, he's a nerd's nerd. Vegan, sandals and socks kind of guy. As it turns out, he's also an #1 meth cook. Now, what caught my eye is his specialty products, Blue.
So what are you thinking? This is your Heisenberg?
No, what I think we got here is Heisenberg's former cook, and maybe a line on Heisenberg himself. Anyway, lo and behold, amidst all the hippy-dippy nonsense, I find this. It's a $300,000 gadget. It'd be perfect for a pharmaceutical plant or a microchip factory, or maybe the biggest meth lab north of the border.
Okay.
So this little dingus here is manufactured by a big international concern, Madrigal Electromotive. I call their Houston office, and eventually I get through to the nicest little 20-year-old temp. I use some of the Schrader's sweet talk on her, and before you know it, she's pulling files for me. Turns out 6 months ago, one of these systems was shipped to a depot right here in ABQ. Who signed for it? Gail Bedecker. So I asked my new girlfriend who paid for it, and she says nobody. They have no record that anybody actually paid for this thing. So I go back and push more, and before you know it, the temp's gone. There's no forwarding address, and I'm talking to some snot-nosed corporate lawyer who's asking me for my badge number. Brick wall. So I take a peek into Madrigal Electromotive. Now, Madrigal is based in Hanover, Germany, but they're what they call highly diversified. Industrial equipment, global shipping, major construction, and a tiny little foothold in American fast food, specifically a local chain, Pollos Hermanos. Okay, so what, right? Bedecker's dead. I got no line on who's been bankrolling or where his lab was. The whole thing's a snipe hunt, right? But now I get this crazy idea, and I can't shake it. I mean, I stay up nights staring at the ceiling trying to make sense of it. That napkin. Remember I told you Bedecker's vegan, right? I mean, we're talking, this guy makes his own fermented lentil bread or whatever the hell that is. What's a vegan doing in a fried chicken joint? Maybe he's meeting somebody. I'm like, who? Well, like maybe this guy. I mean, what do we know about Gustavo Fring? Huh? This whole friend of law enforcement thing? Could be a case of keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. I mean, he's got the money to finance this operation. Maybe he's got the connections too. Maybe, just maybe, he's our guy.
Hank, no offense, but I think you're really reaching. If your guy had his meeting at KFC, you wouldn't immediately assume that he's sitting down with Colonel Sanders.
You know, I couldn't agree more, guys. Gustavo Fring, Blue Meth, you know, whole thing is off the map nuts. I had to be wearing a tinfoil hat, you know? Except, can't seem to wrap my mind around this one little thing. And that is, what are Gustavo Fring's fingerprints doing in Gail Bedecker's apartment?